Dr.CapriceSmith.
And I'm Beverly Lofton.
We'd like to welcome you to Women Uncuffed
and Worthy.
We are so excited to be here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Yes.
But I think it's important for us to let the women know why we are here.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think so. Let's do it.
Okay. So, ladies, we love you so much that we are here to say, slow down. You're doing great. And we're going to share some strategies to help you maintain success,
worthiness,
and being uncuffed. Just as a background, Women Uncuffed stems from a lifelong series of work. My realization about what was important in life came very early. It was important for me to show women how to be successful, how not to have it all, because I think that's literally impossible, but how to have what you're supposed to have in its right timing without going crazy. So, with Women Uncuffed, I believe in serving the community, honoring your uniqueness, serving God, always stretching daily, and make sure you're doing it in your unique way. Now, I've heard some wonderful things about women that are worthy, so tell me a little bit more.
So, thank you, Caprice.
Sure,
thank you so much.
yay.
And that's just lovely how you are always thinking about the women and thinking about how we can empower ourselves to just do better, better for the community and do better for ourselves.
Yes.
So for me, I started a Mary Kay business about 7 years ago. And when I started that business, I was able to quickly move up into directorship. When I moved into directorship, I was able to name the unit of something that felt near and dear to my heart. And it was called Women of Worth. And it still is called Women of Worth. And the reason I chose that name is because women are always doing things for everyone else,
Yes.
but then they forget to take care of themselves. We have to step back and remember our worth. It's so important to practice those self-care regimens because we don't take care of ourselves. And then the next thing you know, we're sick and then we cannot take care of others. We want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves before we take care of others so that we can better care for our loved ones and the community.
That is so incredible. Whew. Okay, ladies, we're gonna have tough conversations, okay? Have you ever experienced the end of year rush? You feel like you have to do something. Have you ever experienced that, Beverly? You have to do something.
Absolutely.
It's crazy how we put so much pressure on ourselves. But I found that pressure kind of leads to chaos. What do you think?
I do believe so, and especially now because we just finished the holiday with Christmas, and now we're setting all of these expectations to finish out what we started from the beginning of the year, and we're feeling that pressure that we kind of missed the mark on a few things. So, Caprice, what do you suggest?
I suggest you don't do this. Don't layer yourself with so many goals that you feel overwhelmed just looking at them. Sometimes we don't feel like we've done enough that year. We go super hard for the next year and we do everything under the sun, and it just ends up being your inauthentic voice being pushed forward. So ladies, I invite you to breathe and calm down and to recognize that whatever you finished this year, you were supposed to. Don't overdo it. What do you think?
I think so. And then also remember, starting off this new year that's coming in, think about doing small habits, reaching those small goals one at a time, rather than looking at that big picture and only trying to throw everything into the big picture. Of course, we do need the big picture, Caprice, right?
Yeah, we do.
But we need a great way to break those down into small habits so that you can reach the bigger goal.
Yes.
And it makes it a lot easier. So in the world that we are in, we do like to do a 6 most important things list.
I love that.
And what ends up happening with that is every night or in the morning, you can write what is most important that you want to accomplish for that day. If you do not accomplish it for the day, what do, Caprice?
You put it on the next day. You don't run out of days, guys.
Exactly. There's always going to be something to do.
Yes.
Always.
And if you're stretching yourself properly, it should be elevating, and the progress should be pushing you forward, not the idea of just checking things off. You want to do it wholeheartedly, like you want to get the enjoyment of doing it. But Beverly, let me go a little bit deeper, because there are many, ladies, listen, there are many podcasts that are about women empowerment. This is not one of those shows. We want to take you in the trenches. We want to uncover some layers. Beverly, Can we talk about why do women feel like they have to achieve so much all at once?
I think it just comes from, it's generational. I wouldn't call it really a generational curse.
Why not? Tell the truth, shame the
maybe,
devil, child. It might be a generational curse.
It's a generational curse, right? We saw our moms do things, right? And then we saw our grandparents do things. And then, of course, what do we want to do? We want to do it better than the generation before. And then we also feel like we're responsible for this next generation that's coming up, right?
Yeah.
And now that we're talking about generations, I don't want to switch gears or anything,
Okay.
but I do want to talk about, we all have to come together as generations because we don't like each other as generations.
Oh,
or
my
we've been
girl.
hearing these things that we can't do anything with this younger generation. It's not true. We all have to come together because there are some things that we can learn from them and some things that they definitely need to take from us. So we need to be able to talk better.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yes.
And the thing I love most about younger people, I don't know if they're Gen Z, X, Y, HK, I don't know where we are now, but the thing I love about them is that they are very intentional about what it is they will do. Yes. They're very clear about what they will not do, and they don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our generation, we just don't understand it. A lot of people in our generation just do not understand it, and it's causing a lot of friction. It's looking, the younger generation is looking at us. Not that we're the older generation. Let's get that
Not
right.
Not
Don't leave me hanging now. We're not an older generation, right. But however, we are a generation that's what people are calling a sandwich generation. So we're the younger generation, or the generation after us, I'll use that. The generation after us is looking like we got it wrong. And we can't even, I will not take that. I don't think we got it wrong. They can have their opinion, but some people in the generation that Caprice and I are from think that there's a lost generation after us, but I don't think that that's true. We don't buy into it either because we come together and we really want to take care of this generation that's coming ahead, or coming up, because without them, there's no future.
Right, and the future doesn't have to look like what we thought it would look like. And that's the conversation I think we need to have, is if we call our younger people the lost generation, who failed them? That means we failed them, right?
Exactly.
Right, and we won't accept that. I believe that let's just focus on the ladies. I believe that every woman is probably doing the best she can with the tools that she has at that time. So it's our goal, right, Beverly, to make sure you guys know you don't have to be perfect to get things started or to get it done. And I am so excited, Beverly, that we get to share our Mary Kay businesses together.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Guys, can I give you your flowers?
Oh my God.
So, Beverly, I asked her to hold just a party. And Mary Kay, one of the things we do is we share the opportunity and we share the products. So I was like, Beverly, you want to do a Mary Kay party? She's like, yeah, I'll do it for you. This young lady had a whole building filled with people, and she has not slowed down in her whole 7 years of doing Mary Kay.
Yep,
She's
just hit 7 years.
It's just been. I'm the happiest woman in Mary Kay because I'm attached to this young lady. Okay, she is like, I would say my offspring, but I don't believe that title is big enough. Like she's like my super offspring. She's like the woman who has reset the standards. So I want to give you those flowers because a lot of women would not be able to do that. You didn't let anything stop you, and I'm so appreciative of that. So I want to give you your flowers.
Oh, thank you so much. I was looking for physical flowers when she mentioned flowers, but I'll take these flowers. I'll take these ones. But I also want to give Caprice flowers. Give her the flowers that's due to her, because without Caprice, I would not have been able to figure this out, because she did such a great job of coaching me in the beginning of my Mary Kay career. I would not be able to have done the things that I've done now or accomplished the things without her expressing how I can just do anything, right? I was stuck in this little cocoon. I was stuck in this little cocoon of work and really not knowing what I could do outside of that cocoon of working in my professional environment. That happens a lot in our experiences. Meeting folks at that right time, it ends up being a divine meeting, right? Divine meaning and divine meeting. I've met so many purposeful women, and just being so grateful that I've met those women at the right time, and Caprice was one of them. And just her bringing me out of my shell, helping me come out of my shell, because Jamie even will talk about, my daughters, Jamie and Nia, will talk about how I was just so shy. Caprice, I was so shy. I was so nervous to do public speaking or anything like that. And yes, that's right. Look at because of meeting Caprice.
Aw.
That happenstance, is that the right word?
Perfect.
Happenstance,
It's
right?
perfect. It all sounds so perfect.
Exactly. Just happened to meeting Caprice. Well, Caprice and I knew each other from when we were teenagers or something, but we ran into each other again at that perfect timing, and then at the perfect timing when Caprice was starting her Mary Kay business and bringing up the journey of Mary Kay. And thank you so much. I'm so glad that you brought me into this world.
But you know what's interesting? You could meet people on your path, but it's more important because you've done the self-work and you knew who you were. You knew your worth.
Yes.
I didn't have to work hard. Let's talk about how women live in this syndrome of imposter.
Yes.
Being an imposter is an actual syndrome where you don't feel like you belong. And I know where it comes from: familial factors, environmental factors, self-imposed factors. But ladies, uncuffing is about recognizing that even if you do it wrong, the fact that you did it, that's better than never doing it at all. What do you think, Beverly?
I truly believe it. Truly believe that. I believe it for sure. And just adding on to that, women of worth, remember your worth and know that we are here for a purpose and we want to discover that purpose. We do not want to ever just continue on about our day and about our lives and never discover our worthiness and discover our purpose. We have to unlock that, uncuff that. That's what it's here for. We want to do that. That's when you run into people like Caprice, you run into people like me, and pay attention when you meet people like this, because God will bring those people into your life at the right time. Relationships are so important. You're going to get something out of those relationships, something that is divine out of those relationships. So thank you so much for joining Caprice and I on our very first segment. We've been talking about doing this, and we finally had the time to sit down and get started. So look forward to many more to come. We'll be doing more segments, and we also will be having a women's retreat in the very near future, and we will give you more details on that because we want to bring women together, bring women in the room, and then just retreat. And again, remember the worthiness and remember
To uncuff.